Welcome everybody. Hello, good evening
Hi.
from cold Essex and hot
Sunny Gozo.
sunny Gozo. So we've done a couple of these before and they've been quite fruitful. Everybody's liked them, so we thought we'd do another one. Some questions, some things that we'd like to tell you about that's new. So welcome on board. If I miss some of you on the as your names pop up, I do apologise. And we'll always go back after this and ask some questions as well. So obviously Liquid Spirit Gozo, we've just come off the back of it in September, and it was simply amazing. It's our second one me and Andrea put together, and yeah, it's just been so overwhelming and amazing, the impact that we've had already for 25. We've more or less sold the same amount of tickets already for 25 than we did a whole year of 24. So it's going to be really good, and we've got loads and loads to tell you about that's new. On that note, go on then, Andrew. You can take it from here, and then we'll dovetail.
Okay. Well, let's start with the website first of all, because I've kind of put a new section there, and I'm going to be updating that, as we go along with different articles and bits and pieces and stuff that you need to know. Hopefully stuff that will convince you that you want to be there too. And there's a FAQ section there as well, which we try to, answer as many questions as possible. If there's something that's not there, let me know. We can get it on there. But it's pretty prolific, and it's got a lot of stuff that we've basically been learning over the last couple of years, what people need to know, what they need to, what information they need to be able to have the best time ever. So, that's all been completely updated. And also we've just dropped our merch tonight.
Yes.
Dan.
Yes.
Brand new merch collection. There's 3 collections actually. There's the past stuff, which is the heritage stuff. We've got a brand new sort of classics collection, which is all logo based, and then we have the limited editions, which is all with our sort of 2025 branding. I hope you like it. It's all been made, designed by us with lots of love. Live on the site now, and there's a big code which we're giving off tonight for 15% off. Is that right, Dan?
That's it.
Yes. 15% off any order, which I'll put it in the comments underneath and let you know what that code is, but you can go to the website and find it out on the latest blog.
Yes.
There's gift cards available too as well, so if you want to buy your dancing buddy a Christmas gift, we've got one of those going as well, which is for the store only.
Yeah. I think James Essex should treat Chrissy to a couple of gift cards, definitely.
That'd be nice.
Give it all away now, and
I actually want quite a few things off there. I'm going to get some.
So 24 then, so our first one was 23. Obviously me and Andrea, we won't go through the whole story again, but obviously me and Andrea got together to arrange this event, Liquid Spirit Gozo. Andrea lives on the island. Andrea's fantastic at marketing, as you see. Liquid Spirit was already a brand where we had lovely people like yourself, that all you people that are coming in, and some new people. So we've done the first event in 03, which was brilliant. Have to say though, 04 surpassed that. Some of the improvements that we made, we kind of went from 1 room in our main venues to 3 rooms, because we wanted to cater for all the genres. So obviously sometimes you've got your soul heads there, you've got your house heads there, and if it's in 1 room, sometimes it's not a conflict, but you've got some people that just simply like what they like, and we get that. We've also got the people that like a bit of everything, so that's fine. But we had 3 rooms, and we introduced a selector room this year, which was amazing. When I talk about it, it makes me hairs on my arms.
Me too.
Some amazing sets from loads and loads of DJs in both La Grotta and at the Villa. And if you've not been to these stages and venues, we're going to talk about that as well a little bit later. But the venues in Gozo are stunning. I've been to a lot of overseas events, and which are very good, don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, and I'm biased of course, I think they're up there with the best venues in Europe for sure. In fact,
there's certainly a certain energy around those stages that, and each one's so different, so eclectic. I think that it creates a real vibe that that's perfect for that genre.
Yeah. And I think we've got there in the end, Liquid Spirit, even with our other brand, Liquid Spirit London, where we've found our feet where we wanted 3 rooms. We wanted our main room, which all the hands in the air kind of stuff, and a crossover of genre. And then we have our designated house head room, where it's very, very mixed. It's deep, it's soulful, it's, you know, Afro, it's classic, you name it, soulful, of course. And then we've got our selector stage where we kind of, we've thrown the gauntlet out to a lot of DJs. You know, we kind of say to them, you know, how do you fancy about doing this? Like an acid jazz set, how do you fancy doing hip hop? What about R&B? What about jazz funk? What about Latin? What about Balearic? And we've got so many DJs on our lineup this year coming, which we're going to go on about in a minute, that is going to cater for those eclectic kind of connoisseur people that want to dip their toe in, listen to a set, and then come back out again, maybe go to the main room, go and have something to eat.
It's great because some DJs, even like yourself, Dan, you know, a lot of people might just think you're house, but you're not at all. And actually it gives DJs another, you know, opportunity to play the stuff they know and love. Yeah. It's like going to the hairdressers and not you, but going to the hairdressers and having the same haircut, and the hairdresser's like, oh, for God's sake, you know, want to do something new.
When I did have
but
that,
you know, I think that you know, opening up those channels to let them go wild a little bit. I think that's really exciting.
Yeah. More importantly, other than the and people that are on here will I'm sure back me up here that have been to Gozo, is we certainly don't scrimp and scrape on the sound system. The sound systems that we put into our venues are unbelievable, even on the boats. Yeah. You know, we don't go cheap with it. We put in the best sound system that we can possibly put in to make sure that you've got that experience, and that, you know, we're taking you on a journey, because there's nothing worse than, you know, being in a nice place but the sound system isn't very good, or the sound system is good and the place is not very nice. What we're trying to do here is tick all the boxes, and the sound systems in all the rooms, in all the venues, in my opinion, this year were stunning again. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we're making some more improvements for 25. We've got to, with the numbers, and I think the 3 rooms will come into their own again with those numbers. And we are getting some help from My Soul Radio. They're a media partner.
Thanks to all the team and Ronnie and everybody there.
Yes, yeah, they've been amazing so far. So it's allowing us a platform where we can advertise and share the Liquid Spirit Gozo brand. And also they're going to be broadcasting live from 2025 as well. So it's going to be fantastic. So for all the people getting FOMO at home, and all you guys and girls out there that are going to be out there enjoying it, My Soul are definitely going to be broadcasting that in a big way. So it's going to be
We've got some nice venues for them, have we not?
We have indeed.
Have we not? In on pop-ups and loads, you know, we did I mean, the big thing about Liquid Spirit Gozo, I think, you know, is the pop-ups. It's this kind of fringe type affair that we have all this other sort of stuff going on that really sort of adds to the pot. Yeah. And this year we've got, you know, a lot more going on, different venues, different experiences. So you really get to experience the island as well. You know, it is a holiday alongside dancing and boutique events on a daily basis. We want to mix it up. We want you to have, you know, the best experience ever, and really feel like you've been away and learnt something and felt different things. So the pop-ups are really important. Soul food has obviously been a highlight over the last couple of years. This year we did something with wonderful Terry celebrating his 55 years. And next year we have Soulful 3 with a spotlight on Saturday Soul Affair, which is going to be so exciting. To have them with a bit of space and a bit of sunshine. And the venue is very nice.
Andrea has found the venue of all venues, which we're not going to tell you obviously until we announced it, but I'm letting you know the views of this venue, the space, the food is just going to be perfect for that Saturday afternoon
it's one of them.
With the SSA, with CJ, Steve Cole, and a couple of other guests as well. And those of you that are an SSA fan, like I am, and like Andrea is in a big way, we cannot wait for them to come on and give you something new in a new venue. Yeah. The venue's absolutely amazing. So, big ups.
New memories.
Yeah. So that's going to be very special. So website we've done, haven't we, Andrea?
Yeah. We've done that.
We've done that. Yeah.
We've got just going back to the pop-ups. We're going to definitely have the return of the rooftop pool, which went down really well.
Yeah.
and the beach, obviously, which was really cool. And there's a few more surprises which we won't go into yet.
No. I mean, the beach was a good one because it was kind of a last minute thing that we done. And sometimes these things work, don't they? You think, oh, I think we're going to have too many people.
I dreamt of that moment.
Yeah.
I dreamt of that moment.
So kind of it was a late to the itinerary this year. And we had quite high winds. We were very unlucky this year on one or two of the days where it was quite windy. But there was a part of the beach that we had. It was really, really rustic, and it worked. I mean, the sun was out still. It was nice, and the vibe down there was unbelievable. It really was. It was really, really good beach vibe. And next year, I know without the wind, you're going to be dancing in the sea as well, and all the rest of it. It's going to be amazing. So. Yeah, that's good. But we also have been working even today on venues. So the venues and the stages are going to be something else, and we're going to set that up for next year. So that's going to be good.
And I think it's good to note at this point as well that for those that haven't been to Gozo, it's almost difficult to kind of to even imagine it. But it's a very small island. You can get from one side of the other to the other in sort of 20 minutes or so. But what's great about it is that you can bop around the island really quickly and really easily to get to different venues that we're choosing. So I think it's really nice because you really get that, it really sort of adds to that authentic experience. You get to sort of try out different things and, see different places and have that holiday.
Yeah. No, that's right. And I think that's the thing. Obviously, we're not getting any younger. And so rather than just going in, hitting it hard, getting it completely off our face and then coming home again and then needing a week to get over it. This is a different experience. You can dip in and out. If you're coming on your own, which we're going to go on to in a minute, or you're with a partner or whatever, if you want to have a night off, day off, it doesn't matter. There's loads of things to do. You can dip in and dip out as you please. And a lot of people are coming in earlier than the event and staying on for some downtime as well, which is really, really nice. Some fantastic restaurants. So we've got a new lineup this year. We've kind of changed the lineup dramatically. There's not that there was anything wrong with the lineup last year or the previous year, but we want to keep things fresh. It's important to do that. And as a DJ, I speak from a DJ and I speak from a promoter. Sometimes people add me on a gig and I say, like, why don't you step me down for a little while? You've had me on the last two or whatever. So it's nice to change it. And we've got some fantastic additions. Our headliner, Michael Gray, that's absolutely smashing it out of the park at the moment. In the house scene, especially the disco house scene and soulful house scene, he's just amazing. Art of Tones, I think it's French, lives in Spain, or he's Spanish that lives in France. I can't remember which one it is.
That's what lives in Spain.
That's it. And he's amazing. He's a great DJ as well. We also have Carla in the mix from Finland, but lives in France. There's something about this France, I might have to move to France. And she's amazing. She comes with a really good vibe. And then obviously to top it off, our good friend and amazing singer LIQUID. We had a female singer this year just gone, and we really wanted to bring a male one this year, and LIQUID, and that had to come from the UK. He's amazing, so we're really looking forward to having LIQUID on board. Some other new DJs that you may not have heard of from Liquid Spirit and have not played on Liquid Spirit before is Angel Mel from Bristol. Brings a real
love Angel.
Yeah. Lisa Loud, who's not particularly loud, but she's been around the scene a long time. Lisa, she's got lots and lots of talent across lots and lots of genres. So really
heritage DJ,
heritage, and Rude Boy Rupert as well. So,
another heritage DJ. Awesome.
Talking to Rupert this year, we went back and started reminiscing of back in the days when I was clubbing at the Soho Theatre Club in 1990, dare I say it. And Rupert was going, because I didn't know Rupert then, was sort of in that scene playing, and also was one of the first names on the set times at Garage City with the Zoo Experience boys. So yeah, it's really good to have Rupert on board. We've got some of our regulars back, but some regulars have sat out this one, and hopefully they'll be back for 26. We've also got a couple of Birmingham guys, Jance and Andrew Comarsh, so welcome on board. We've got a big Birmingham following and Midlands, which is nice. So yeah, so we've kind of added those two guys as well that come highly recommended, some really good DJs, and also bring a really friendly, nice crowd as well. So CJ and Steve Cole and many more. So yeah, the lineup's unbelievable, and we've got well over 90 sets throughout the whole weekend. So looking forward to it, really looking forward to it, and diversity right across the board.
And we've got the boats as well, of course.
Yes, and the boats, like I say, the boats this year we had to move a couple. We were very unlucky with the winds last year. It was like doing boat parties on a lake. The seas around Gozo normally are quite calm.
Normally like that, yeah.
Especially on that side as well, on the sort of on that side of the island where we normally go. But yeah, we had some high winds out there, right across Europe anyway. It wasn't just Malta and Gozo, but so we had to move some boats about a bit. But we got there in the end. But next year, I'm sure the seas will be calmer and more inviting for us to jump in and dive in and have a swim as well as have a dance. So pop-ups, Andrew, we've kind of done that, haven't we?
We've done the pop-ups, yeah. I wanted to say something about obviously getting to Gozo at number one. So for those that don't know, you fly to Malta and then you get a ferry over to the island. So there's two options on ferries, one with a car, one not with a car. Or one with, you know, car and foot, and then one with just foot. One goes from Valletta and one goes from the north of Malta, which is Shakhiwa. And I always say it like Shakira. Anyway, I remember saying how to say it. Both are pretty reliable. The fast ferry is pretty reliable as well through the summer. We'll be putting up all those schedules as well, so you don't have to book in advance or anything like that. You can literally sort out which ferry you're going to get the day you're flying, so don't worry about any of that. But yeah, flights to Malta go from all over England, and somebody just asked there, Joanne, about when is the right time to book flights. Well, that is a really good question, but considering I come back to London every 2 months, what I do is I will book up flights as early as possible, really. I've got flights, you know, last minute sometimes for a ridiculous amount. I know people came over in September and bought flights the week before and got really ridiculously cheap flights. But I mean, this is not going to help you. But also, you know, if you put them up in January or February, you're bound to get a really good price. So I would start keeping an eye on flights now. If you really want to sort of bag you know, an affordable price up until about February, March, I would think you'll get something really great for September. Other than that, it fluctuates. So get your VPN on before you start looking, because that's a top tip. And where to stay, obviously. Main venues, I say main venues, this is changing every year really, but we have, you know, the key main venues in Marselthorne and Schlendi, which are opposite bays. But we have different pop-ups going on in different places. So this year we've got the majority of stuff going on, really, would you say, Dan, in Schlendi?
50-50-ish really, but yeah, you've got, I mean, I suppose, to be honest, we've got it in a triangle really, haven't we? We've got Enjar and then Marselthorne,
and then Schlendi. Yeah.
And it sounds miles away, but it's like going from Canary Wharf to Stratford.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, I live in Zeebrugge, which is literally on top of Marselthorne. I can get to Marselthorne in 5 minutes. I can get to Schlendi in 15, and everything's really close. So, you know, really, wherever you stay is fine. But our hotel passes, the one that we've got on our website, have been vetted by us. I mean, I've gone around and looked at everything, and these hotels are fabulous. You know, they're on the seafront, they're in front of all the restaurants and the bars. You're going to have a beautiful breakfast, you can get great coffee down the road, you can go for a swim, you can do the shopping, you know, you can do whatever you can do. These areas have been sort of pinpointed for that specific reason. So we've got some great passes. I don't know what's left actually on the site, Dan.
I'm going to come on to that right at the end, all the passes. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, but they're fabulous.
Yeah. I want to talk about the boat while we're on it, because obviously you've got the fast ferry, which actually takes longer, but it goes all the way around Malta to get to, which is obviously is a lot faster. This year the sea was choppy, as we said, because we had high winds all over Europe. So if there are a few people, friends of mine, that really were worried about that, and so I told them to go on the slow ferry, because it's a much bigger ferry, which is the car ferry. and even when it's choppy, it's so big. It's like a, you know, it's like a big
You
cruise
don't
liner.
notice it, yeah.
You don't notice it.
I've got to be
So
honest though,
that's
I've
cool.
lived here nearly 8 years, and only once have I had that experience on the fast ferry.
Yeah,
So it was pretty fluke.
yeah, it was rare. It was rare, but we had high winds all over Europe, so there's not we can't do anything about that. But yeah, so if you're a little bit fragile on the sea, take the slower one. But but normally I've taken that fast ferry plenty of times, as you have, Andrew, and it's like going over like a lake. It just isn't normally like that at all. So, but they're really easy, easy to get to as well, and I'm sure everybody on here will obviously back us up on that one. Boats we've spoken about. The boat parties will be going on sale in May. I've had a lot of people ask about that. We have got 4 boats. I'm not telling you who's on it or what, because I don't even know yet on what sort of boats we're doing, but you can imagine they're going to be mixed genre, and they're very popular. Some of the boats sell out very quickly, and we've got a lot more people this year, so the boats can only hold the same amount as what they hold in this year, 24 and 23. So make sure that when they go on sale, you do move quick, because these boats are only going to hold about 120 per boat party, and we're anticipating
very exclusive. And also I will add as well, like when you come to Malta or Gozo and you do the Camino tour, the actual tours that are out there on a boat, you're paying up to sort of 25, 28 pounds for a ticket to go and sail around Camino, and see the Blue Lagoon and all this wonderful stuff. We're actually, that's exactly what we do. But then you've got some pretty damn hot DJs at the same time, and you can swim, you can dance. It's, you see the other islands. It's a real special thing.
Yeah. This year, again, one of the last minute things we did as well was welcome party, and we done it in the Block Hotel, the old Ulysses, the Block. This year we've got full exclusivity to it, or not this year, the next event, 2025 I'm talking about. We've got full exclusivity on the ground floor, and floor 5 and the rooftop. So we're looking at putting in DJs downstairs and DJs upstairs. Whilst it's still not part of the event, it kind of was seen that it was this year. And me and Andrew spent a lot of time, energy and money putting that on, which was a very successful. But we have to be mindful of the fact that the numbers are limited on that. So we are going to be doing it as a welcome party and charging a minimal cost for that. For those of you that are in on the Thursday or the Wednesday or before that, Thursday night at the Block, we will be charging a minimal fee, A, to control numbers, but B, just to regain our costs back, because we've got to put sound in there and set it all up and all the rest of it. We've got lots to do and spend on there. So the welcome party will be amazing. We will have obviously DJs up and down with different varieties of music, and the Block's amazing place, does beautiful food.
It's a very cool place. It's one of our hotel options, and you can stay there. It has the best bar, restaurant, cafe, everything downstairs. It's got the gorgeous rooftop, sort of with the pool where we've had the parties before. Very nice. The food's amazing. It's right in Schlendi by the sea. It's a very cool place to stay. So you'll be in sort of the heart of everything there. We'll have the My Soul pop up there, I think, as well. There'll be lots of bits and pieces going on there. It's a good thing to book.
And there's some big improvements we've made with the owners, because that just opened, so there was a few TV problems, and even there where people were queuing to get tokens, everyone was in everyone's way. So we're not doing tokens there this year. For those of you that have been there this year, you'll go yes. At the Block, we're not anyway. It will just be pay as you go sort of thing. But yeah, that's going to be a good welcome party, and we're going to bring, going to sort of have the whole takeover of that. So it'll just be for
exclusive
Liquid Spirit Gozo exclusive, And as Nicola Bourne, hi Nick, as Nicola Bourne says, the cocktails up there and the food, like the picky food and stuff, was on point. Really good. So good that when I went out there to meet Andrea, me and Sarah said we'll have a quick one before we have a shower and all that. And that was like 3 in the afternoon, and 4 o'clock in the morning I was still there, I think.
With
but
a
I'm bad.
cigar.
Yeah, with my scar and all that. Sarah had long gone to bed. Made loads and loads of new friends. I don't know whether they were friends with me afterwards, but
yeah,
no
I've met
doubt
those friends since.
yeah. But anyway, so that's kind of you know a sort of an overview on 25. Like I say, you've seen the lineup, and if you haven't, head over to liquidspiritgozo.com. We've got lots and lots of things up our sleeve as well to make it different. Yeah, the local restaurants, Andrea. Tell us about the restaurants. The people that are coming in that like their food, like their wine, like to have a little look around. You know, like to go shopping.
Number one, we're on a Mediterranean island, so I mean that tells you a lot. So and it's small, and it's a small island, so and it's very self-sufficient. So what they grow and what they can catch is what you eat, and it's very fresh. And there's some really great restaurants again in the places where we've got our hotel accommodations. Amazing. They're the places really that have, I would say, and where we frequent quite a lot, the best restaurants and bars. There's a real vibe there. You know, they're all by the sea, and just really kind of very unpretentious and just good. You know, I love my food too. So, you know, and the great thing about it is that, you know, sometimes, I mean, we went to a place the other day, which we'd not been for absolutely ages. I had a starter and it was so pretty and so delicious and so amazing. And it was like €8. And I was just like, oh my God, like if this was in London, this could be this could be a €30 starter. So it's that kind of thing, you know. I was going to actually add at this point about solo travellers, because our lovely friend Claire Pointer, who actually won the photo competition, yes, with that wonderful picture of Terry. We were chatting the other day, and while she's on her wonderful travels in Bali, she was talking about how, well, actually her story was wonderful, how that she's, you know, her whole life has changed since meeting everybody here, and when she went to Soul Fusion and a few other bits and pieces, and she was going alone, and you know, she kind of had that kind of like, oh, you know, don't really know, you know, there was apprehension, and what she's offered for us, which is just beautiful, is to kind of coordinate people that are traveling on their own, start a little WhatsApp group, a private WhatsApp group with them to see, you know, just to kind of, you know, handhold, you know, help on travel, you know, everything, but really just kind of to get together so they know that they're not on their own, and that they've got friends here, and obviously I'm on hand as well to help with accommodation options and stuff like that. So I think that's really lovely, because I think that, you know, we want people to come. We know that people have done that. They've come and they've loved it so much, and they've made friends for life. And we want to make sure that the people that are maybe wanting that, and a little bit, you know, there's a little bit of fear there or whatever, to sort of stamp that fear out and welcome them on in to the family. So for those that are single, on their own, thinking of traveling on their own, get in touch with me on Facebook or Instagram or wherever. We can swap numbers and have a chat, and we can put you in touch with the lovely Claire, who's sunning herself in Bali right now. So
we put on, Andrea, 18 single supplement rooms.
That's right.
And we've sold 17 of them. So, you know, there's a lot of people that come, like Toby just said, the friendliest festival ever. Thank you for saying that. And I hope Carol's watching. So Carol, you know, I'm not going to say your surname, but Carol was very, very nervous this year, just gone, coming on her own, you know, very, very nervous. And so many people just took her under her wing, and she absolutely loved it. And that's what it's all about. That's what Liquid Spirit has always been about, be it London or Gozo. And
number one fan. Hi, Nick.
And it's very, very nice for Claire to do that. And she's a good girl, Claire. And she'll look after you. Don't worry about that, as we all will. Everybody's welcome. Don't worry about that. Even me. At Liquid Spirit Gozo, don't worry about that. It's fine. But so that solos, just to let you know, you can obviously, if you can't get a hotel pass with us, you can obviously buy a single pass, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And you can there's plenty of accommodation that you can book via the likes of, dare I say it, bookings.com, and you can obviously get single supplements, but you need to hurry, because even me and Andrew made the mistake last year, or this year, I keep saying last year, but last year's event, this year's event, the event that's just gone, we had to sort of change a few rooms around for DJs and artists and find other premises, and we really struggled in the end. So those of you that are thinking, well, yeah, I'll leave it till the last minute. I'm not saying you're not going to get any accommodation, but you're going to struggle getting the right accommodation or the nice accommodation, because obviously it's a very small island. So I've learned that to book very quick. Even my own villa for my own family that come. Me and Sarah were looking at loads and loads of things, and by the time we made our mind up whether we were going to book it, it'd gone. And this is like a year in advance.
Yeah, it's the same as Christmas as well. We're getting like a big one for the family for Christmas Day, and yeah, I literally was just watching them all go, you know.
Yeah.
Like Jamiroquai tickets.
Yeah. So should we go on to passes? Or
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So the passes, just to let you know, we've tiered it this year because we need to understand numbers. Being a promoters, we need to understand the numbers that we've got and whether the venues can handle it, etc. So we've put on a lot more hotels. The hotels are really selling well. We've only got, I think we've sold sort of 65 to 70% of the hotels, and they're all on payment plan. So I think a lot of people sometimes think that, you know, it's going to cost too much money in one hit. It really isn't. I mean, most of these hotels are around about between £60 and £69 deposit per person now, and then the balance doesn't need to be paid until the 1st of April. We all know what Christmas is like. We all have got to pay a tax bill in January and all the rest of it. So we all know it's a very expensive time of the year, and it's tough out there. So we're not expecting people to go, oh yeah, let's pay the hotel room in full. So all the hotel passes are still on the early bird price, but on the 1st of December, they're going to go up again. And that's in line with what we're being charged as well. So we have to give relevant numbers, and then the hotels then start to release the rooms. So if you are thinking of coming, we have got 2 sharing and 4 sharing rooms, or you can just buy a pass on its own. Now we're on standard passes at the moment, so the super early bird and the early birds have sold out, and we're on standard, and they also run out at the end of November. So we've literally got 9 days for you to bag yourself a pass if you're going to sort your own accommodation, or you're going into a farmhouse or a villa or something. That's fine. You can just buy a pass only, and again, the pass that are around about £200 at the moment, you can also get on a payment plan. So you, for £69 deposit now, you haven't got to pay those until the 1st of June. So the hotels you've got to pay 1st of April, but if you're just going to buy a pass, you can £69 deposit now, and then balance to be paid in 7 months' time. So at the end of the day, there's no, if you're going to come, it's pointless keep leaving it, because in January again, they're going to go up again. So, you know, get on board with, like I said, we've already pretty much sold what we sold for this year's allocation. So we're nearly at the 500 people already for next year. So, you know, we're expecting to sort of like get to the point of where we want to be, which is a really nice number. So get on the case, liquidspiritgozo.com for your hotel passes or your pass onlys, and get on it sooner rather than later. Why pay more? Good question there, Andrew. So we've got 4 hotels, and they're all pretty different, really. The Calypso has been the most popular because it's in Marshall Form. It's quite a big bay, and it's quite a big hotel, rooftop pool, sorry. And there's lots of rooms there, so it's quite popular. I'm going to answer that in a minute, Emma. But yeah, so Calypso is ticks lots of boxes. I think all the
Calypso's in Masterthorn, and actually the Villa, which is one of our main venues, you can, if you're, you know, you can walk to it within sort of 15 minutes or so. We'll probably have shuttles going back and forth for them as well. It's in a great bustling bay with lots of restaurants and bars and cafes and stuff like that, and obviously it's on the sea. It's on a working harbour as well. It's really beautiful there, lots of lovely walks. And with Slendy, it's much the same, but it's very different. The bay is very different. The vibe is very different. It's also equally as beautiful. I mean, really, I couldn't choose between which one I like best. I'm constantly oscillating between both of them, actually. That's part when I'm here. So, you know, they are very, very, they have their own sort of authentic qualities, but they're both, you know, serve exactly the same sort of thing.
But to help you out, Andrew, coming from somebody like, obviously Andrea lives on the island, but you know, if your friends want something more modern and a little bit more, you know, up to date, if you like, the block has just been refurbished. It's it's amazing. You know,
I'd
really
be booking
big,
that
nice
one.
cocktails, rooftop pool again, etc. The other two hotels, St Andrew and St Patrick's, the views from the sea view rooms are just breathtaking, probably better than some places in the Caribbean. They're very Maltese, limestone walls. They're very, very clean, but they are basic. But they are very, very, you know, they're very, very nice. And they've both got really, really nice restaurants. I bet at both. I bet most of the restaurants in Gozo already. So yeah, they're very different. Obviously, go on their websites to have a little look. But they're all really good. But yeah, modern. If you want modern, I would say you know, block or Calypso. If you want more Maltese, rustic, with superb views and nice restaurants, then you've got the St Patrick's and Andrews. So yeah, it's much of a muchness. You'll enjoy all four really. So all good. Emma's taking you pay installment. So when you do the deposit, you'll then get sent a balance invoice. On that invoice, let's just say, for argument's sake, it's £500. Then you can literally press pay and only pay 50, or press pay and pay 100 or whatever. The invoice will automatically then reduce from 500 to 400, and then you pay another month, you pay another 100 off, it will go down to 300. And obviously, when you pay it off, as long as you pay it off by the 1st of April, it will just then go to zero. So you can do instalments, not regular ones, but you can do them, you know, if you get paid on the 1st of the month and every first you want to pay 50 quid, 100 quid, or whatever towards it, you can. It's all doable on that invoice. You haven't got to just pay it off in full. You can pay part. So it's quite important. That's a good question, that. And don't forget, if you are booking hotels, for people on here that haven't booked yet, one hotel room for 2 people is just one pass. So a lot of people, because they think there's 2 of you, they're buying two passes for 2 people, which is 2 rooms of 2, which equals 4. So just buy one room. There is a drop down on every ticket that says more info. Please read it, because I think a lot of the questions that we get and some of the mistakes that people are making on the site is they're just reading the first few lines and then going ahead and booking it. Oh, there's 2 of us, let's book it. 2 people, blah blah, blow me down. They've booked 2 rooms for 2 people each. It's 4. So so I would make sure you just click the more info drop down, self-explanatory, and I think we've got literally 1 or 2 one person. Obviously, we've got a few 2s in all the hotels, but Calypso's nearly selling out. That's nearly gone, the Calypso. So if you want the Calypso, you need to move it. So yeah, I mean, get on it. It's a lot easier booking for us, but you can book direct. Some people prefer to do that, and it's fine. You know, if you can't afford to book it all in one hit at the moment, get the pass. Book your accommodation in the new year. It's fine. Some people
And
do
also,
that.
somebody, just to answer Lisa's question, if you want to extend, so obviously we're booking, you know, for specific for the weekend. If you want to extend and come earlier or stay later,
yeah. On the website, each ticket has an email address for extending your stay. If you have any trouble, just hit me up. You've all got my email address, phone number, or on Facebook. Hit me up and I'll give you the email address. All you need to do is email and say, hi, it's Lisa Montgomery here, and I've already booked through Liquid Spirit, but I now want to come in on the Wednesday and Thursday before, and I want to stay the Tuesday night afterwards. And they'll extend your stay and they'll put it on your room, but you haven't got to pay that until you get there. So that's the beauty. So you can actually do that upon check-in or check-out, one of the 2. So that you haven't got to pay that until next September. So if you do want to make a week of it, you only got to pay for the 4 nights for the festival, and you can add that, bolt that on, you know, either side or both. So it's a really, really good way of doing it. So payment plans, no brainer. There's no need to leave it to the last minute. There's a lot of people done that last year, and again, they did miss out on flights, on paying more money for flights, paying more money for accommodation, and then obviously paying more money for their ticket as well, which was mad. But
if you book it all early, then you are going to have a really affordable experience. I think that's the main thing.
yeah. There may have been some questions that me and Andrew have missed here. Fire away. We're going to probably stay on for another 5-10 minutes. Fire away if there are some questions we haven't covered. As Andrea said, most of all these questions have already been answered on our Q&As on our website, liquidspiritgozo.com. You know, so if you don't want to do it here and you haven't got to do it here, you can go on there, or you can contact me direct, liquidspiritfamily@gmail.com, or
hello@liquidspiritgozo.com.
There you go. So, and you, yeah, or just send me a message via Facebook or whatever. I'm pretty sharp going back to people. So if you've got a question, even if you feel it's silly, just ask it, because be sure everybody else has asked that question probably, so it's not silly. So yeah, I think we've covered everything. 2025 shaping up to be a good one. And yeah, we're gonna raise the bar again, people.
We are. It's already happening.
It is. Any questions? We've had a lot of people in tonight, which has been nice, because you know, it's a Thursday night. You never know. People might be out and about up in London and drinking. There's no football on tonight, I don't think. So that's a good thing. Nick King wants anyone rooming with him. Is it bunk beds, Nick? No, I'm only joking. But yeah, so, but like I say, like Nick's been coming to Liquid Spirit for a long time on his own.
Lovely, Nick. Send me your number, and let's get you and Claire together, so you can sort of really start bringing some lovely people that might be, you know, wanting to be coming in, and they're travelling on their own. I think that would be lovely.
Yeah. And listen, I just had a question there about you know, full up. We have the main venues, you know, are very big. So even if we can get the 800-900 people, you know, it's going to be nice. It's going to be comfortable. It's not going to be too busy. There are some pop-ups that are limited, like the paid pop-ups and the boat parties. They're the only extra ones. There's only the boat parties that are extra, and it will be the SSA, because it includes food that are extra. But other than that, some of the pop-ups that we do as part of the event, you know, at the rooftop, someone just asked, you know, yeah, it could get full. If it's too full, there are other things that we're laying on that. We're basically going to have some days where there's lots and lots of pop-ups and lots of places to go at the same time, with DJs happening at the same time across the island. So you'll be fine, I'm sure.
It's going to be a melting pot of loveliness.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Lots and lots of me driving around, dropping off Pioneer 2000s here and controllers here and another microphone there. Yeah, it's all good fun. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Getting around the island's an absolute doddle. Uber, Bolt app, easy, really easy. And we lay on shuttle bus service for the main venues as well, which are coaches and minibuses and stuff, which is just pay as you go, and they come backwards and forwards. So it's all good. Karen Austin, yes, we're just about to end, but hello, don't worry, it's fine, because this is on Facebook Live, so we will publish this and you can literally play it all back. So if you've joined us late, or you've just joined us, or you've joined us halfway through, it doesn't matter. You can play it and also share it with some of your friends as well. As you know, that maybe you're thinking of coming with, or you are coming with, just share it, tag them in, and they can play it back. So all good. So, mate, is Mabel going to go? No, she will destroy the place. Anyway, over and out. Don't forget, liquidspiritgozo.com. All the information's on there. Get your tickets, bag your early birds, not your early birds, but bag your standard tickets now before they go up. So yeah. No, we can't do that, Emma, because a lot of people don't use them, so it's a toughie. But yeah, it's an hard one to do. We've gone down that road and tried to do that, and including the boats as well. We've tried to add the shuttle service in with a ticket, but we have people staying at the Grand that don't use the shuttle, so it all gets complicated.
And that would stamp out the eclecticness of it, I think.
Yeah.
You know, for us to give this holiday experience, things need to be slightly separate. So you expect a different thing here, there, and everywhere. It's not like the old-fashioned festivals. We're doing it a little bit differently.
Yes. Yes, Christy, see you on the 7th of December, Liquid Spirit. For those who don't know, Liquid Spirit London. If you want to try and get the vibe of what Liquid Spirit is in London, Saturday the 7th of December, which is 2 weeks this weekend, and we're nearly at capacity at 700. So move your bums on that one. That's liquidspiritlondon.com. If you want to jump on that, we've only got about 40 tickets. Funny enough, I'm going to be doing a big post on that tomorrow. But that's not for this meeting. But yeah, for those of you that just said see you on the 7th, we will see you on the 7th. But yeah, we've covered everything, Karen, and we'll continue to do so up until the event. Anyone that knows me and Andrew, we are quite meticulous, and you know, I'd like to say that we've got a very, very organised event. So yeah,
it's important. It's important for the transparency of it, and it's important that everyone has as much information as possible so they can have the best time.
Yeah, good. Right, love you and leave you, people.
Thank you. Take care.
It's time for Tubby bye-byes.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.